my dudes, how you been keeping? I hope whatever you've been up to this week has been exotic. Ooh.
Am I going to Hawaii?
Stop saying Hawaii in there.
Welcome back to another Soul Singer Discovers. Today on Soul Singer Discovers, we're going to be discovering Opeth. But before we get there, it's Metalhead Musings. Today's Metalhead Musings comes from Gaius414. Gaius? Who knows? G says, no more Opeth, question mark? Listen here, G. It has been a long time since we've done Opeth. I think there's been real excitement for me of all the new bands, and then I just get caught up in going, let's do a new band, let's do a new band, let's do a new band. But we have reached a point where I am going to come full circle and start coming back to the bands that we haven't returned to. So Opeth and Slayer, Mastodon, Ginger, a lot of those bands. At the same time as discovering new bands that you have all suggested in the comments section. I haven't forgotten my shopping list. Oh no, can't possibly. We don't need to go to Rosie. We already know what we need to know about Opeth. Mostly that Michael Ackerfeld does in fact look like a macaque monkey that knows all of your secrets. His sweet face. Today on Soul Singer Discovers, the Opeth song we are going to be discovering is Windowpane, the Lost Tape. Ooh, very mysterious. The thing I love about Opeth so far is the dynamic changes within the song, so I am kind of expecting more of that. But let's just get into it, shall we? This is Opeth with Windowpane, the Lost Tape. Boop.
Blank face in the window pane, made clear in seconds of light, disappears and returns again, counting hours, searching the night.
Oh, it's laughing in the studio.
Might be there for us to see, might be in need of talking, might be staring directly at me.
Whoa. Ooh. So far it's been super subtle. I don't think I was expecting that. Correction, I was expecting subtlety, but not continuous subtlety. Because I think the one thing about the Opeth that I've listened to up till this point, it's been very dynamically extravagant, I guess is the word I want. has went from incredibly fragile acoustic, almost folk style music into incredibly intense growl vocal metal, for want of a better phrase. Whereas this hasn't done that yet. It might not. Do I still enjoy it without the huge dynamic shift? Yes and no. I think I love Michael Ackerfeld's distorted vocals because I think they're just so bassy and impressive compared to his very subtle, folky, regular melodic vocal. But at the same time, I think the musical choices that Opeth make in general with our harmony tend to be incredibly beautiful, and for that I can forgive everything. Also, I should point out, the last time I did an Opeth video, a few people got upset with me because I said it was my understanding that Michael Ackerfeld was musically illiterate. Now, when I said that, what I meant was that Michael Ackerfeld doesn't in fact sit down and write out notation for his music, or the music that he writes with Opeth. That he's someone who works from ear, or from shapes, or from just the way that Michael does things. When I say musically illiterate, I don't mean he doesn't know anything about music. He knows lots about music, it's just not the standard way with which more classically ideaed, or not even classically, like jazz musicians would go about things. I think that's also something that we need to hammer home a lot of the time. Just because a musician isn't either classically trained or capable of explaining in music theory terms what it is that they're doing, it actually doesn't make them any less talented. In fact, some of the most talented musicians in popular music, in metal music, in history, have been completely musically illiterate. Musically illiterate in that they didn't read or write music theory. I think it would be even tougher to not have that skill if you were working in something like metal, because unlike things like contemporary chart music, technique or technical ability and complex harmony are so very required when they're not necessarily required in contemporary music, you know what I mean? Who knows? Let's just keep going.
Slurred voice over children cry.
So beautiful. Holding that like a capo? Was there a human capo there? And I'm crazy? Behave. Like he's having me face. Okay. Okay. I did enjoy the sort of electronic choir sound that was coming in at the end there. They had almost as well some electronic, I think there's an electronic violin, programmed violin at one point. I'm okay with stuff like that. I don't necessarily prescribe to the idea that if an instrument has been programmed, that is somehow lesser than a live instrument. It was so subtle. It was so incredibly subtle. But saying that, I still very much enjoyed all the musical ideas. I know with Opeth, I'm always going to be a little bit surprised, probably a little bit soothed as well. And despite the fact that there was entirely, like, huge sections that were essentially just guitar solo, you know how I feel about guitar solos, I could listen to that again quite happily and be like soothed in my soul. You know what I'm saying? It's also nice to see them in the studio because they're basically showing us snapshots. They're not showing us anything big, but they also had a tape machine for analogue recording. So are they analogue recording a lot of their music? And if so, why? I really enjoyed it. Did I enjoy it as intensely as some of the other Opeth we've had? No, but it was still incredibly good and some of the musical ideas were still beautiful. I love Michael's voice, his singing voice. It might be very subtle and it also might not be very technically astounding, but it's incredibly nice to listen to. Incredibly nice. I don't think you need to be a technically astounding singer to be a good singer. Do you know what I mean? What did you guys think? What do you think of Opeth? What do you think about the dynamic shifts in a lot of Opeth music? Do you prefer it when it's intense? Or do you prefer it when it's a lot more laid back like this? Do you like Michael Ackerfeld's distorted vocals? Do you like his more folksy vocals? Do you agree with me that he looks like a macaque monkey that knows all your secrets? Let me know in the comments section. As always, thank you to my patrons. Thank you to you out there for continuing to comment, like, subscribe and do all that fancy stuff. Until next time, my dudes, Michael knows your secrets, but he won't tell a soul.